Perfect. Okay, super. So welcome to our fundamentals practice, everybody. So we're going to start the practice today in a seated position. So just take a few moments to get nice and comfortable. You might like to have a little bit of height on your seat there. So a cushion or something to sit on can be lovely. So we'll just take a nice comfortable seat. So allow yourself to really settle in. And once you've settled in, you can have that length in your spine. Welcome, Ruth. Gently soften your shoulders. So often we can be holding tension in our shoulders without even really realizing it. And just gently close down your eyes, if that's comfortable for you. And just begin to focus on your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Allowing yourself to arrive fully to the mat. With each breath settling into your seat a little more. If it's comfortable for you, just gently beginning to deepen your breath. As you inhale, allowing your belly to expand, those lungs to fill. And on your exhale, drawing that belly button back in towards your spine to allow your lungs to empty. So we're creating this beautiful full exchange of breath. So it's as important to pay attention to your exhale as your inhale, because a full exhale will mean you have the space then for your next full inhale. We'll take just a couple more rounds of breath in this stillness. And then we're going to begin to integrate a little bit of movement just to gently prepare for the practice. You can keep your eyes closed if that's comfortable. And on your next breath, with your gaze forward, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently release your gaze over your left shoulder, keeping your chin at the same height. Nice, slow movement. That's just gently activating the right side of your neck. Take a couple of rounds of breath here. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then take one more inhale, and then use that next exhale to gently, gently and slowly return your gaze to center. Again, keeping the chin at the same height. Pausing when you return to center. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, gently releasing your gaze over your right shoulder now. Again, keeping your chin at the same height, just activating that left side of your neck. And take a couple of deep rounds of breath here. In through the nose and out through the nose. This little gentle stretch into the left side of your neck. On your next round of breath, taking a full inhale with the gaze still over the right shoulder. And as you exhale, gently, gently release your gaze back to center, nice and slowly, keeping your chin at the same height. Take a nice deep inhale in center. And as you exhale, keep a little length in the back of your neck as you gently release your chin toward the ceiling, opening up that throat. Nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently, gently, gently release your gaze through center. Hold a little space in the front of your neck as you gently release your chin towards your chest. It's just activating the back of the neck and maybe even into the tops of your shoulders. Inhale back to center. Your next inhale will begin to roll the shoulders, so up under the ears and forward 3 times. And back 3 times. So just allowing any of those little creaks, cracks, or pops in your shoulder and chest to release. Gently return to center. Place your hands down either side of your body. And as you inhale, lift your arms. And as you exhale, bring your left hand in front of you, your right hand behind you as you twist to the right. Again, sensing into your breath here, in through the nose and out through the nose. You might find on the inhale, it feels good to extend the spine a little more. And as you exhale, you might find yourself softening a little more into your twist. One more full round of breath. And then on your next inhale, inhaling the arms back up and coming back to center. And then as you exhale, drawing your right hand in front of you and your left hand behind as you gently twist over to the left. Again, really nice focus on your breath here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Again, you might like to extend a little on the inhale, soften into the twist a little more on your exhale. Gently, gently on your next breath, inhaling the arms back to center and taking the hands down through center. Beautiful. We're going to make our way to lying out on the mat. So just nice and gently, taking your feet about 8 to 10 inches apart, hands either side of your body, either palms facing inward or up toward the ceiling. If it's more comfortable for you, if you have any sensitivity in the low back, you can take the feet mat width apart, knees bent, and just allow the knees to support each other in center. So just finding whatever feels most comfortable as we enter into just a couple of minutes of our abdominal breath. Close down your eyes if that's comfortable. Take a scan of your body. Notice how you're feeling this evening or whatever time of day you're doing this practice. Just take a little wiggle of your body into the mat, just sensing into any little adjustment that's going to make you even more comfortable here. When you've found that comfort, just gently releasing to stillness and beginning to focus deeply on your breath. In through the nose, allowing your belly button to rise, space for your lungs to fill. Out through the nose and draw your belly button back toward your spine, the lungs empty. Enjoy your breath. If your mind benefits from a task with your breath, you can add a gentle count. So take a full deep inhale, a full deep exhale, and count 1. On your next round, count 2. On your next round, count 3, all the way up to the number 10. If at any stage you lose your count, that's totally natural. Our mind often wanders. But as soon as you realize that it has, just gently guide yourself back to the last count that you remember. So focusing on counting the breath up to 10 and then back from 10 after you've gotten that far. On your next round of breath, you can gently release your count wherever you are and just allow your breath to return to its most natural, most easeful state. Gently begin to bring a little movement to your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, until it feels perfect. So just gently blink open your eyes, keeping your gaze nice and soft. And when it feels right, just bending up those knees one at a time and guiding the knees in toward your chest and just giving yourself a lovely little lower back release here. So you can stay in stillness. Even that has a beautiful restorative effect. If your body is asking for a little bit of movement this evening, you can gently allow whatever movement feels right to enter now. So it may be side to side, it may be bringing the knees forward and back. It may be bringing the knees in circles, but just remaining super mindful in the movement so that you're really noticing what impact your movement is having on your body. So when you bring your knees in circles, where do you feel that kind of massaging effect when you bring them side to side? Where do you feel the massaging effect then when you bring them forward and back? And again, trusting your body. So your body actually is pretty intelligent, a pretty mean feat of engineering that actually knows how to dictate what it needs if we listen. But often we can just be so busy that we don't actually take the time to allow that intuitive capacity of our bodies to take over and lead. So that's what we're trying to cultivate in our practice, that capacity to really listen keenly to our bodies, to our minds. If you introduce some movement there, gently release that movement now, come back to stillness, and gently place your left foot flat to the mat as you take your belt and bring your belt around the ball of the right foot, so just below the toes. Lengthen that right leg, again to the perfect point for your body. It might feel more comfortable for you to have it lower. If it feels good to have it almost kind of perpendicular to the floor, that's perfect too. Whatever feels really right in your body. Make sure you have that softness in the knee, that little micro bend, that gentle energy into the belt, the spreading of the toes, and the energy through that right heel. If your belt is long enough, elbows to the mat is perfect. And if it's comfortable for you, extending that left leg flat to the mat, making that full footprint with that left foot so those toes point toward the ceiling. Enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. So we're activating that beautiful depth of breath that we cultivated in the beginning of the practice and using that to really facilitate that beautiful release through the right lower body, the place where we hold the most tension and stress. An absolute gift that we're giving ourselves by releasing it. After a couple of rounds of breath, you might like to check in on that right foot. It may well be comfortable to bring it a micromillimeter closer toward you. So any space that you have created through your breath, claim it. Breathe into it, in through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath here, and then gently pass both sides of your belt to your right hand, holding your left hip, your left leg stable. Gently release your right leg to the right only as much as is comfortable while your left hip, your left leg remains solid. That's where the quality of the opening will be. Check in then on all of your principles in the right leg. So do you still have that softness in the knee, that gentle energy into the belt, that gentle energy through your heel, that spreading of the toes? If it's comfortable, you can extend that left arm from your body, or you can keep it down by your side or gently resting on your tummy, whatever feels the most lovely for your practice. Enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath here, and then engage all of your core muscles so that on your next breath, you gently and slowly inhale that right leg back to center, nice and steady. Pause when you get back to center to allow that gentle settling in center before you pass both sides of your belt to your left hand, and gently guide your right foot just 3 to 4 inches across midline in line with your left shoulder. That right femur is descending to the mat, gentle bend in the knee, energy to the belt from the ball of the foot and through the heel. Again, your left foot is still making that full footprint, so it's still holding you in place here. And if it's comfortable, you can extend that right arm from your body. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy one last deep breath here. And then we're going to extend this sequence today into a supported twist. So you're going to allow your left foot to come onto baby toe edge as you draw that right leg across your body. So you're still holding it in your belt, still have that lovely gentle bend in the knee, that energy into the belt. And if it's comfortable, again, you can extend that right arm from your body and bring your gaze over to your right hand. You're just having a nice little twist, a nice supported twist here. Again, enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. These twists are absolute magic for our spinal health, for our digestive health, and just generally help us to feel more comfortable in our bodies. Not necessarily while you're physically in it, but when you come out. One last deep breath here. And then we'll gently return the gaze to center, and on your next inhale, gently inhale that right leg nice and slowly back to center. Bring that left foot back to making the full footprint. Allow that settling in center before you draw that right knee in toward the right side of your chest. Release your belt and hold on to that right knee. In through the nose and out through the nose. Keep extending that left leg. Just a lovely gentle stretch into the base of the spine. Gently beginning to circle that right foot about 5 times in each direction. And then gently extend that right leg fully and take a few moments to appreciate the impact. So you might be feeling an imbalance left to right. Your right leg might feel flatter and longer to the mat. That's absolutely perfect. That's exactly what's supposed to happen, because we are going to even it all out now on the other side. Gently stepping your feet up again, knees bent, as you draw your left knee in toward the left side of your chest. Take your belt, bring your belt just below the toes, that ball of the left foot. Lengthen that left leg, again, to the perfect point for your body. It might feel better to have it lower in your body. It might feel good to have it almost perpendicular, whatever feels really right for your practice. That gentle bend into that knee, gentle energy into the belt through that heel. Spread those toes, hug the muscle to bone. Again, if your belt is long enough, elbows to the mat is perfect. And you can gently extend through that right leg, flat to the mat, toes pointing toward the ceiling. If that's comfortable for you, you can keep that right knee bent if that's better. Remember your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. So just tapping into the breath to create this gorgeous release through the left lower body now. So again, releasing all that stress and tension that we hold so tightly in our hips and lower bodies. Check in to see if you maybe have created any little additional bit of space in your left leg. If you have, claim it, own it, breathe into it, enjoy it, all those things. In through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep, deep breath here. And then gently pass both sides of your belt to your left hand. Remembering our most important principle of that right hip, that right leg solid to the mat, as we gently release the left leg to the left, again, only to the point that is comfortable while our right hip, right leg remains solid. Again, that's the quality of the opening. So if you find that your right hip is after lifting and you get to go a little bit further with your left leg, that's not going to be as good for you as if you hold that right hip solid and just go as far as is comfortable in your practice this evening. Check into your principles. Again, the softness of the knee, the gentle energy into the belt, the energy through the heel, and that spreading of the toes. If it's comfortable, you can extend that right arm from your body and just focus on the breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Take one last deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose, and then activate those core muscles to help you to slowly inhale that left leg, nice and steady, back to center. Pause and settle in center, then gently pass both sides of your belt to your right hand. And just guide that left foot just 3 to 4 inches across midline in line with your right shoulder. That right foot is staying put. That left femur descending toward the mat. Gentle energy in the knee, pressing into the belt. Energy through that heel. And again, if it's comfortable, you can extend that left arm from your body as you enjoy your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. One last deep breath here. And again, we're going to extend this sequence into a supported twist. So we're allowing our right foot to come to baby toe edge as we allow that left leg cross over the body, still supported in that belt. Again, still have that gentle bend in the knee, energy into the belt. And if it's comfortable, opening up your left arm from your body and bringing your gaze over towards your left hand. Enjoy your breath. Take one more deep round of breath and then gently return your gaze to center. Inhale that left leg nice and slowly back to center, bringing that right foot back to making its full footprint as you extend through that right leg. Settle in center and draw that left knee in toward the left side of your chest. Release the belt. Hug that left knee. Keep that right leg extending and just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Gently beginning to circle that left foot about 5 times in each direction. Just gently releasing any little creaks or cracks that emerge. Beautiful. And then lengthen those legs fully. Sense into those beautiful, released new legs. We'll step our feet up about hip width apart. And we're going to take the right ankle over the left knee. Now, it might be most comfortable to keep that left foot pressing into the mat, or if it's available to you, bringing your left leg to tabletop position. If that's available, you can take your hands or your belt in behind that left leg, that leg that's perpendicular to the floor. And you just want to be able to have enough space to return your head, the back of your shoulders, the back of your sit bones to the mat. Now we're going to keep making those full footprints with our feet. So we're hugging that muscle to bone and then gently activate the opposing energy. A very, very subtle movement of guiding your left knee towards you and right knee away at the same rate and pace to just gently activate that right hip. And as soon as you've activated, you stop, you settle, you breathe, you enjoy this beautiful space that you're creating in your right hip. In through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath into that right hip, and then gently, gently release that left foot nice and slowly to the mat. Release your right foot. Allow that lovely energy to settle into that space that you created. And now we'll place the left ankle over the right knee. Again, you can keep your right foot pressing into the mat and just gently guide your left knee away if that's where your practice is at right now. If you have a little bit more space, you can take that right foot to tabletop, that right leg to tabletop. Again, let's keep those full footprints with the feet. We'll take the hands or the belt in behind that right thigh, keeping those sit bones connecting to the mat. Then gently return the back of the head, the backs of the shoulders, the back of the sit bones to the mat. Activate that opposing energy, right knee towards you, left knee away. Open up that hip and breathe into it. Nice deep breath into that beautiful space that you're creating. In through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath into that left hip. And then gently releasing that right foot nice and slowly to the mat. Releasing that left foot. Again, allowing that energy to gently settle for a moment or two. And we're going to move into happy baby pose. So we're going to draw the knees up as if we're bringing them to kind of either side of our chest, so toward our armpits, bringing the forearms in between the legs, so your forearms are touching your calves, and you're grabbing the baby toe edge of your feet, gently drawing the soles of the feet toward the ceiling, and seeing how much of your sit bones that you can keep toward the mat, right? Like, so, I mean, when you've got people with like super open hips, like their knees would be touching the floor practically in this. That's not me. And if it's not you either, that's cool. So just finding exactly where you are for your practice and breathing in, enjoying your breath here. With every round of breath, just allowing yourself to soften a little more, like that, not expecting mad miracles from your body, but if you get a little micromillimeter extra space, isn't that a gift? So just breathing in, enjoying your happy baby, maybe bringing a little rock to your happy baby. So you'll often see when, actual happy babies are in this position, they'll just be kind of gently rocking themselves side to side. So we can do that too, if that's comfortable. If you prefer to stay in stillness, that's cool too. So again, just finding the perfect practice for yourself this evening. Gorgeous. If you introduce a little bit of movement, gently return to stillness now. Draw the soles of your feet together, and we'll just take the hands outside the ankles as we draw the heels down toward our bums. Again, we'll allow the sit bones to come to the mat if that's comfortable. Then return the head to the mat if that's available, and just breathe in here. In through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath here, and we're going to keep the soles of the feet together. Gently release the hands, and we're going to deliver our feet to the mat to come to a reclined cobbler's pose. So the soles of the feet are still together. The right knee is out to the right, the left knee is out to the left. If it's comfortable, we can bring our arms into I surrender arms. Or again, you can have them just placed on your tummy or down by your sides, whatever feels really good in your body. Enjoy your breath. This beautiful lower body release. One last deep breath, and then gently take your hands to your legs and help yourself back to center. We'll gently roll over to the right and then assist ourselves up to come to hands and knees. Again, we'll take that real time to establish our foundations, hips over knees, shoulders over elbows over wrists, focusing the energy in on those index knuckles by a gentle internal rotation of the forearms. So it's just trying to take the kind of pressure out of the heels of our hands. Keeping the toes tucked under And as you move on your own breath, as you begin to exhale, drawing your chin towards your chest, your belly button towards your spine, as you curl your spine toward the ceiling. As you inhale, descending the belly toward the mat, opening up your heart and bringing your gaze forward. So just moving on your own breath. As you exhale, you gently transition to cat. And as you inhale, you come into dog. Take 2 more rounds of your cat and dog. Bring this beautiful mindful mobility to the spine, this gorgeous lengthening and decompression of the spine. And then gently return to center. We're going to ease ourselves back onto our heels with the toes tucked under. You might just give your little baby toe a little help out to kind of splay out. So we've been doing a lot of work on strengthening our feet, our most fundamental foundation, right? So this can be really, really challenging. I would urge you to just try it for a breath or two and then come up if it's too much. But if it feels good to stay on your heels, that's ideal. So we're going to do just a little bit of shoulder opening, a nice gentle shoulder opener while we're strengthening our feet at the same time. Again, remembering at any stage to simply kneel up if it gets too much. Inhale your right arm in front and just integrate the head of the arm bone. So you're just gently sweeping the arm bone back, so it's giving you space into your armpit. Inhale the arm up, so you'll see you've got a little space between your ear and your arm, and then gently draw your hand to tap yourself in between the shoulder blades. We'll take the left hand to the top of the right elbow and focus in on the breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. One last deep breath. Gently release your left hand, and as you inhale, root and rise, kneeling up if you are still down, and gently releasing your right arm down. And let's just take a little roll of that right shoulder, just 3 times forward, 3 times back. And we'll do a little point and flex of the toes. So we're just stretching out those feet after what can be sometimes a little bit challenging work, but really, really good. So if it's available to you, we're going to sit back down onto those heels, and we'll take the left arm in front, integrate that head of the arm bone, bringing that left hand toward the ceiling, and gently drawing that left hand to pat ourselves between the shoulder blades. Taking your right hand to the left elbow, focus in on the breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Really enjoying that breath. One last deep breath. Gently release that right hand. On your next inhale, inhale and root and rise. Bring that left hand toward the ceiling and gently draw that left arm down. Again, taking a couple of shoulder rolls with that left shoulder. and pointing and flexing those feet to give yourself that extra little bit of a walk out. Gorgeous, or stretch out even. Now, so we'll come back to our hands and knees, and you'll be delighted to know I had a special request for a bit more core than normal. So we'll gently place the left foot back, the right foot back as we come into a plank, keeping that tailbone lengthening. The core is engaged, you're pushing the floor away. Now again, depending on where you are in your practice, it might feel more comfortable to bring your knees to the mat. Just finding whatever really works for your practice. The invitation is to bring a little bit of movement in here. So we're going to draw the right knee in toward the right chest and then return it. Left knee in toward the left chest and return. Right knee toward the right chest and return. Left knee toward the left chest and return. Right knee to right chest and return. Left knee to left chest and return. From your plank, gently release back to downward facing dog. So drawing those sit bones toward the ceiling, finding those perfect foundations for yourself, soft shoulders, gentle bend into the knees. Let's send those upper thigh bones back. And breathe in here, feeling into this beautiful full body stretch. The arms are engaged, the legs are engaged, the spine is long. Enjoy your breath. A little bit of movement into your down dog, bending one knee at a time, allowing the opposite heel to descend toward the mat. And then gently return to stillness in your down dog. We're going to do a little bit of a flow here between down dog, plank, and up dog. So we'll move on the breath. So as you inhale, lift the heels and float forward to forward board pose or plank pose. As you exhale, gently release the pelvis toward the mat, keeping the knees suspended, opening up the heart and bringing the gaze forward, upward facing dog. You'll take a full inhale here, and then as you exhale, draw the belly button back toward the spine to come back to down dog. So just one more time, I'll instruct you on the breath cycle. So as you inhale, you lift the heels and float forward, forward board pose. As you exhale, you allow the pelvis to release toward the mat, open up the heart. Take a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, draw yourself up and back to downward facing dog. So again, just moving on your own breath as I fix my speakers here on this beautiful flow. As always, the invitation is always there for you to remain in down dog, or maybe even take a child's pose if you're feeling a little more restorative this evening. Whatever feels really good in your body. When you come to your next down dog, just gently remain here. Take a couple of breaths, and we're actually all going to take a nice child's pose. So knees wide on the mat, big toes together, and gently guide your bum down toward your heels. Outstretching your arms in front of you. You can bring your arms up onto tented fingers, creating that lovely length and space in your side body, in your low back. Enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Once you've established that length, you can bring your hands into fists and create a pillow for your forehead by placing one fist above the other. Enjoy your breath. Again, with each round of breath, you're just allowing yourself to descend a little deeper, release a little more. One more deep breath here. And then gently, gently guide yourself back to a seated position. And we're going to make our way up to Tadasana, our mountain pose. I'm actually going to come back a little further just so that you can see me a little better. We're going to do some arm swings just to really loosen out those shoulders. So coming to your Tadasana, the most important foundational pose, the lines of your legs following the heads of your femurs, equal distribution of weight through your feet, soft shoulders, long spine. With your hands as if your wrists have strings hanging out at the top of them, we're going to inhale the arms up and hold the arms up above the head, if possible. And just focus on the breath. Allow your arms to get nice and heavy. So this sequence works with the principles of active versus passive movement. We create the most effective passive movement when we allow the weight to come into our arms, which happens when we hold them up like this. Enjoy your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. We're actively holding the arms up. And release. Just allow that gentle swing. Inhale the arms up again. We won't have to hold them for as long this time. And release. Again, just letting them drop. Inhale them up. And let them drop. So we're going to now inhale the arms in and let them drop out. So inhale in, let them drop out. Inhale in, let them drop out. We're going to inhale out and let them drop in. Inhale out and let them drop in. Inhale out and let them drop in. So now we're up to the really fun part where we try and integrate it all and move really fast. So the thing with this is not to take yourself too seriously. We're just creating a nice movement through the body. So if you're following, great. If you're not, great. Just keep moving and keep swinging the arms. So an inhale up, in, out, 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 up, in, out. One round. One, in, out. Oh, go on, one more. Up, in, out, and release. And just allow those arms to swing back to stillness there. Gorgeous. Beautiful. So we're going to do a nice wide-legged sequence now. So we'll take the legs super wide as is comfortable in the body. We're going to take the right foot 2 half turns. So your right heel is dissecting your left instep. So again, always taking the time to establish our foundations. Gently bend into that right knee. So we want that right knee stacking over the right ankle. That left foot is plugging in. So imagine we have equal weighting through both feet. Long tailbone, balanced pelvis. Inhale the arms above shoulder height, return them to shoulder height, and then bring your gaze over your right middle finger. So really activating the strength in your warrior. Imagine like you're pressing down on a table with your arms,
really engage your core muscles, right? So like activating our core isn't just in a plank, isn't just in a crunch, it's in all of our poses. So activating your core, so you've got that strong center, plugging from the pelvis to the feet, and remembering your breath, the most important part. In through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath in your warrior two. And then on your next inhale, gently release your right forearm just above your right knee. Your right palm is facing toward the ceiling. You're making sure that you don't like completely collapse that right side. So we're keeping some space in that right side. You can take that left hand to the hip to begin, and then gently take your left hand in front of you. Integrate the head of the arm bone as you sweep the left arm over your left ear in side angle pose. Enjoy your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. Plug through those feet. Again, remember that equal weight distribution in the 2 feet. Keeping the legs in the same positioning. On your next inhale, windmill those arms back to warrior two. Take a nice deep breath here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And then your next transition, lengthen the right leg as you gently release the right hand to below the right knee and extend that left hand toward the ceiling, or hold it on your hip if that feels more comfortable in our triangle pose. Again, making sure that you haven't collapsed on the right side. You've got that extension, that opening of the chest. Plug through those feet, zip up those legs, and as you inhale, root to rise. Bring your hands together through center. We'll square those feet, and we're going to take a nice wide-legged forward fold before we move on to the other side. So again, giving ourselves that little bit of restorative pleasure first. Inhale the arms up, and as you exhale, fold forward. Again, allowing the hands to meet wherever they do, wherever is most comfortable. Again, sit bones toward the ceiling, equal plugging through those feet. Enjoy your breath. Again, with each round of breath, just allowing yourself to fold a little deeper here. On your next inhale, gently come to half lift. So you're extending the crown of your head and just walking the feet forward a little, or the hands forward a little bit. And as you exhale, fold. Plug through those feet, zip up those legs. And as you inhale, root and rise. And bring those hands down through center. Beautiful. So we'll step your left foot 2 half turns now. Again, so we're dissecting the right instep with the left heel, bending into that left knee, again, making sure that we don't overshoot. So that left knee is stacking above the right ankle, above the left ankle, excuse me. Lengthening the tailbone again, that lovely balance in your pelvis. As you inhale and float the arms above shoulder height, return to shoulder height and bring the gaze over your left middle finger. So again, really just tapping into your breath. Beautiful strength of your warrior. Strong arms as if you're placing them down, pushing them down on a table. Engaged core. Plugging from your pelvis to your feet. Enjoy your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. On your next breath, gently releasing your left forearm to just above your left knee, that left hand toward, or palm toward the ceiling. Taking your right arm forward, integrating the head of the arm bone, and then sweeping that right arm over your right ear. So you're lovely and long here. From your right middle finger to the knife edge of your right foot. And again, making sure that you don't collapse the left side of your body here. Enjoy your breath. So much to be thinking about. Enjoy side angle pose. One last deep breath here. And on your next inhale, keeping your legs in the same positioning, we're going to windmill the arms back to come back to warrior two. Enjoy a deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose. And then on your next inhale, lengthening that left leg as you windmill those hands down to create our triangle pose. So left hand lands on the left calf or ankle or foot, whatever is available in your body. Right hand to the right hip or to the ceiling for our triangle pose. Enjoy your breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Plug through those feet, zip up those legs, and as you inhale, root and rise. Let's square those feet. We're going to heel toe our way back to center. Gorgeous. So we'll come down to the mats. And we'll do our leg raises for a bit of additional core. And then we'll do a nice bridge flow. So for our leg raises, we're lengthening out our bodies completely. You can either take your hands in under your bum, which is a really nice supportive way to do this practice. You can have your arms either side of your body, which creates a little bit more challenge. You can hold onto your mat, that's helpful. Or if you want to increase the challenge completely, you can hold your arms flat over your head. So again, whatever arm placement feels good for you this evening, getting yourself all set up, and we'll inhale the right leg nice and slowly toward the ceiling, and nice, slow, slow, slow exhale as we release it back down. Inhale your left leg toward the ceiling, and slow, slow, slow exhale back down. If you'd like to change your hand positioning for the next round, you're most welcome to do so. And inhale the right leg to the ceiling, and slow, slow, slow release back. Inhale your left leg toward the ceiling, and super slow exhale back down. And again, if you'd like to change your hand positioning, you are most welcome to do so. We inhale the right foot toward the ceiling, exhale and release. Inhale the left leg, exhale and release. Beautiful. So we're going to come now to our bridge pose. So this is a really gorgeous pose. So you can practice it in the traditional way. So taking your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. So you can see about half of your heel on either side of your hip. Plug the upper arms, the backs of the shoulders, and the back of the head into the mat as you inhale the hips toward the ceiling. Exhale and release. So you can just do your traditional bridge if that's most comfortable for you, or if you would like to do a little bit of a flow with your bridge. I might come down a little more. I'm going to hit my arms off the chair. You can have your arms flat on the mat, and as you inhale, you lift the hips as you draw the arms over your head, and as you exhale, you bring it all back down. So like I said, you can do your traditional bridge, or you can join me for a little bit of a bridge flow, whatever feels good in your body. Again, really remembering whichever way you're going, that you're always super plugging through the feet to protect the low back. One last breath, whether that means in movement or in stillness. So on the next exhale, we're all coming gently back down to the mat. Gorgeous. So it's just a beautiful twist to be done. So we'll lengthen completely. Take your left leg to tabletop. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee and just gently guide that left knee over to the right. You're allowing your right foot to come onto baby toe edge with you. And you can open up that left arm from your body and gaze over toward your left hand if that's comfortable for you. Enjoy your breath. Again, these twists are so beneficial for our bodies. Beautiful rejuvenation. One last deep breath here. And then gently return to center nice and slowly. Extend your left leg and then bring your right leg to tabletop. Taking your left hand to the outside of the right knee, you gently draw that right knee over to the left, bringing your left foot onto that baby toe edge, opening up your right arm and bringing your gaze over toward your right hand. A beautiful twist. One last deep breath here. And then gently, gently making your way nice and slowly back to center, extending completely and preparing yourself for Shavasana. So maybe popping a blanket over you or a jumper, coming back to lying out nice and long. If that's comfortable for you, feet 8 to 10 inches apart. You can bring those big toes together and allow that gorgeous flop out of your feet. Hands either side of your body, either palms facing inward or up toward the ceiling. Finding your perfect Shavasana. Focusing in on your breath. Gently closing down your eyes and taking a little scan of your body. Noticing how you're feeling after our shared practice. Noticing if there's any adjustment that you can make now to be even more comfortable. Time in Shavasana, the most important time in our practice, to allow the benefits of our practice to integrate deeply so that the benefits of the practice remain with you for the rest of the evening, the rest of the week, simply embedded into your being. For the next few minutes, just gently rotating your awareness around your body to welcome the softening and release of your practice and the space that you have created for your body to rest and renew.
Gently deepening the breath, bringing a particular emphasis to your exhale, slowing, lengthening your exhale, even just a beat longer than your inhale, or maybe a little more. Just slowing your exhale right down to welcome the soothing benefits of this simple practice to activate your nervous system into rest. Beginning with your right foot and journeying through the muscles of your entire right leg, your lower leg, your thigh, your entire right leg. Soften, release, renew, journeying to your left foot and guiding your awareness through your entire left leg, your lower leg, your thigh, your entire left leg. Soften, release, renew. To your pelvis, deeply supported by the ground beneath you. Soften, release, renew. Through the muscles of your torso, your tummy muscles, your lower back body, all the little muscles across your chest and the backs of your shoulders. Soften, release, renew. From your right shoulder, gently journeying through the muscles of your entire right arm now. Your upper arm, forearm, all the way to your right hand. Soften, release, renew. To your left hand now, gently journeying through all of the muscles of your left arm, your lower arm, upper arm, all the way into your left shoulder. Soften, release, renew. The muscles of your neck, across your jaw, your tongue. Soften, release, renew. Muscles around your mouth, around your eyes, your forehead, your scalp. Every last muscle in your body now. Soften, release, renew. With every breath, repeating the mantra, soften, at the end of each exhale, as you allow your body to release even deeper, knowing that all that's left for you to do is enjoy this feeling. With deepening breath, introducing a little movement to fingers and toes, hands and feet, until it feels perfect to roll over to your right, using your hands as a pillow. Pausing here for a nice deep breath, and then gently assisting yourself back to a seated position, cross-legged on your mat, bringing your hands together in front of your heart, bowing your head to your own heart, each other's hearts, and the eternal heart. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you.